Hey you guys, if you want to learn how I got this look, and this look, stay tuned because this video is all about 3 different eyeshadow looks with 1 eye palette. The palette that I chose for this video is the Tarte in Bloom palette. It's a really beautiful neutral palette that offers a lot of versatility. So when I was thinking of grabbing a palette that could create 3 completely different looks, I knew that this palette would be the one to go with. So this is the last look that I create. So when we jump right into the tutorial, you guys are going to see the other 2 looks that I filmed first, and then we're gonna wrap up with this look. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon. All right, so first we're going to grab my transition shade, and I'm just using this mid-tone matte shade. It's called Jet Setter. I'm sweeping this in my crease back and forth. I'm using the 221 brush by MAC. This is my absolute favorite crease brush for the crease. What can I say about it? It's great at blending, and it's also small enough to where you can really control where that product goes, and it's not real big and messy like some other crease brushes are. Next, I'm going to go in with this light shimmery shade. It's called Funny Girl, and I'm just grabbing a 239 brush by MAC, which is going to do a great job of picking up a lot of product and applying that on the lid. This brush is really dense, the fibers are really short, so it's a really great eyeshadow brush that will pick up product and deposit it with a really great payoff. So I'm just packing this pretty much all over my eyelid. Then I'm going to go in with this bright matte shade called Charmer, and this is what I'm going to put underneath my brow for my brow highlight. The payoff on this is so-so. I mean, it's pretty sheer. It's not really that intense. So sometimes I'll mix it with the Funny Girl, which has a little bit more color payoff, so that I get a good balance of color, but not too much shimmer. And then I'm also going to take that brush and just apply what's left over in the inner corner of my eyelid. I'm sorry, of my eye. Then I'm going to line the inner rim with this liner by Pixi. This is my favorite liner, one of my favorite liners. I'm also going to line the upper, like inner lash line, I guess you could call it, just to make my lash line look a little thicker. I'm not going to do liner on the actual lid. I'm going to mix these 2 shades together. This is the shade Firecracker in Rebel. And I'm just going to go over that line on the bottom just to smoke it out a little bit so it has a little bit of a sultry, softer effect to it. I will have all these products linked below as well. So if I forget a name, you can find it down below. Of course, I'm going to go in and prime my eyelashes with the Dior Maximizer Lash Primer. This is just a must for me. I never put on mascara without putting this product on first. It completely amplifies the effect of your mascara. It also conditions the lashes, and I'm pretty convinced that it will also help your lashes grow. So I'm just going to say that. Then I'm going in with the Chanel Le Volume Mascara. This is one of my all-time favorite mascaras, super volumizing. This one actually probably needs to be replaced pretty soon. It's getting kind of towards the end, but I'm just going to like wiggle that in the base of my lashes, do a really good job of getting that in, wiggling it around, and then pulling it up. For lips, I'm going to go with this super out of my comfort zone shade by Make Up Forever. I don't exactly know this shade. I didn't bring it down here as I'm recording the voiceover, but I will link it below. But as you can tell, it's a very bold statement lipstick, not something like I normally wear. These lipsticks are amazing though. The formula is super high pigmented, super creamy. You don't even need a lip liner. It has a really pointy edge, so I'm actually just going to wear this lipstick alone. And that completes this first look. Very light on the eyes, very bold on the lips. So let's get started with the next look. So I'm going to go in with this shade, which is Rebel. It's a really beautiful matte reddish mid-tone brown. And I'm using a 224 brush by MAC, and I'm just going to apply this in my crease. I want this to be a little bit more of a wash of color, so I am using a brush that's a little bit bigger than the brush that I used in the first look. So this is going to do a really great job of just kind of shearing that product out. As you can tell, this shade has a lot of red to it. I feel like you can actually see my eyes getting greener in this part of the video because I'm using really warm red pink shades, and those are just going to complement green eyes or blue eyes and make them pop. So for my lid, I'm going to grab this shade. It's called Sweetheart in the palette, and it's a matte, pretty pinky is how I would describe it. Shade, and I'm just going to pack this all over the eyelid. So this look is very matte. Matte lid, matte crease, Again, really warm shades, going to make green eyes pop. I feel like you can actually see it happening as I'm applying this on my eyes. If you want to pull more green out of your eyes, if you have hazel eyes and you want to pull out the green, just throw some shades that have a lot of red in them like this and you will do the trick. So I'm just going to pack this all over my eyelid, just kind of soften it. Working with matte shades, you have to work a little bit harder, so it takes a little bit more time. Then I'm going to go in with this rich red brown. The shade in the palette is called Leader, and I'm just going to pop this on the outer corner, really concentrating it on the outer corner. I don't want to bring it too far in because it is dark and I don't want to weigh down my eyes. So I'm just kind of creating like this miniature V. If you can imagine a V, I'm connecting it to my lower lash line and then bringing it about midway through my crease. Then I'm going with the same brow highlight charmer, and I'm going underneath the brow. Same thing. For my upper lash line, I'm taking this Physicians Formula black liner pen. I will have it linked below with the exact name, but I'm just going to create a pretty subtle wing. Not anything really dramatic, but I am going to pull it out a bit. And in this video, I actually didn't get it as perfect as I wanted. So I did go over with this shadow, and I'm just taking like a flat brush, like an angled brush, and I'm just going over that line because what it's going to do is it's just going to kind of fix any areas that I didn't get the line perfectly smooth. Then I'm going to go and just touch up my mascara. I already had mascara on from the look before. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. This is another one of my favorite mascaras. I love it. Then for lips, I'm lining my lips with this lip pencil. It's like the perfect pink for like a soft nude shade. It is by the Balm Cosmetics, and it's called Pick Me Up or Pick Up Lip Liner, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? I'll have it linked down below for sure, but it's just like a really pretty soft nude shade. Then I'm going in with this Hourglass lipstick in the shade Nude 1, and it's a pretty light shade, so if you feel like you need to go back over the lip liner so that it blends really well, do so. I'm going back in with my finger just to kind of blend it all together. Now for the last look, I'm taking this new product by Bobbi Brown. It's basically like a shadow stick, and I have the shade Bronze and Truffle. This is really impressive, you guys. So it's basically like a stick eyeshadow. You can wear it by itself. I'm using it as a primer, so I'm going to put that on before my eyeshadow. And I'm grabbing this shade in the palette. It's called Firecracker. It's like a really beautiful shimmery red bronze, and I'm just going to pack this all over my eyelid, directly on top of that eyeshadow stick by Bobbi Brown. So it's just going to intensify it some more. It's also going to work as a primer. It really lasts the day. I've probably worn this about 4 or 5 times since I purchased it, and I've had no problems with it creasing whatsoever. Then I'm going to go in with that shade Jet Setter again, and I'm going to work this into my crease. So I'm just doing this to just kind of soften the edges so the edge is not super apparent. Then I'm going to take the super dark shade. It's called Activist. And I would describe this as just like a really dark, deep brown. And I'm going to concentrate this right on the outer corner, keeping that ever so small. I don't want to bring it too far in. I just want to add some more contour and definition just on that outer corner of my eye. And same thing with the brow, nothing new here. I'm just going to add charmer underneath my brow again. And I'm gonna spray my brush with a little Fix Plus, and I'm gonna take this shade, it's called Rocker. It's like this pewter silvery taupe shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna pop that in my inner corner. To be honest, this really didn't change the look too much. I was thinking it was gonna be brighter than it was. It did add a subtle effect, which I think helped the overall look, but it wasn't as intense as I had expected it to be. Then I'm gonna pop on some false lashes. These are the Ardell's the Demi Wispy by Ardell, and there you have it. The eyes are done. Lashes just make such a difference. It's a completely different look with lashes. For lips, I'm popping one of my new go-to nude lipsticks. It's by Soap & Glory, and it's in the shade Fifth Avenue, and I'm gonna top it off with a little lip gloss from Clinique. And this sums up the 3 looks with 1 eyeshadow palette. Let me know what you thought about this video and about these looks in the comment section below. And let me know of other ideas for future videos. I really enjoy taking your feedback and applying it to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.